There have just been a few saves that have truly taken my breath away over my years touring worlds in Satisfactory. One of those is the Eden project. A huge amount of thought and effort went into its development, with a unique idea housing a factory in between the deep canyon of the northern forest. And today I'm left breathless again, staring at the same world, but with Unreal Engine 5 and Lumen running. Unfortunately, this world is pushing my PC to its limits, and so we've had to reduce the settings considerably to get roughly 30 FPS. Sometimes we dip below, sometimes we dip above, but just so you're aware, that is why the footage is as it is. But I know a lot of you have been really interested in seeing how this looks with Lumen. But with that in mind, let's delve into the Eden project. Lumen Edition. Throughout this tour, we will be looking at both the Eden project and some of the outer factories, just taking a look at all of the new lighting. And I think we're in for a great surprise because Stin Archi, who created this, bear in mind you can check out his channel, the link is in the description below, built this save with lighting and signs in mind. So everything with a little bit of luck should be lit up. Let's find out. Entering the facility, we find ourselves in the foyer. And for me, the most incredible thing is how Stin Archi has used the nature within the build. Now, I should mention that because it's Unreal Engine 5, there has been a world update, which means foliage has grown back. So do forgive the odd tree that you might find, just as you can see here, sticking through the ground. Oh wait, there is none.
What?
I take that back. Maybe you'll find some later on. That's a lamp. Alongside the center line where all of the transportation takes place, we have side factories which are neatly gathered together. They have very similar looks to one another, which really helps with the overall theme of the build. Going inside one of these, it's quite easy to see the huge contrast that Lumen has in the save. The light just coming down on the front of the machine here with the streaks of light touching the machines alongside the shadows in the background. But even in these really dark rooms, it's clear that Stin Archi was thinking of lighting specific elements from the beginning. I love how we have the workbench here just slightly lit up and the use of signs to stand out against the darkness. Whilst many of us are scrambling to try and fix our factories from the endless darkness that's imposed on us, Stin Archi seems to be able to get away with the lighting and the signs that he already has planned out. Sure, there are elements that are really dark and could do with a little bit of lighting, but when it comes to the areas that are running the factory themselves, it's really easy to see what's going on. And returning to this world, it just makes me think of so many ideas once again that I wanted to implement in my saves, such as these signs. They're so incredibly well done. Looking how Lumen lights up the rock, and then the signs and the lighting stand out along the concrete. It really feels like Lumen has leveled up this build further. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't jealous of how good this looks. This is something that I strive to achieve in my builds and have yet to accomplish, at least in my mind. I just don't think it's possible for me to get bored of this. I think another thing that really stands out about Stin Archi's save and style is how he can merge not only the factories with the nature, but how he can merge different themes within a single factory, such as Atom Industries, as you can see here, or even Eden Core, which we'll move on to next. Certainly, a lot of it is to do with the use of lighting and the colors for each particular build. This is definitely a lot darker. And there's something very creepy about it, just seeing the silhouettes of the machine arms working away. But goodness me, look at those sparks lighting it up. I am surprised by the conveyors though. I think because it's such an enclosed area, they really do look fantastic here, lighting up the back wall with them being stacked. And perhaps this is something I'll be using more in my builds now, so that we get this lovely backlighting without needing to use signs or lighting for this. Eden Core, on the other hand, is definitely evil, without a doubt. Especially the lighting that we have here. And that... the light emitting off those signs and the reflections that are going on looks fantastic. I remember touring this factory and going through here and being amazed at the silhouettes of all the machines. So I have to have a look at this now. And oh wow. Oh wow. Once again, I am left speechless. This looks very industrial. It almost reminds me of Star Wars and... what, is it The Empire Strikes Back? In Cloud City with all of the chutes? Oh, I love this. Before we move on to the next project, I wanted to check out Eden Munitions, which is just outside the Eden project itself. And jumping in, this is much darker, but there's still enough lighting from the signs to show you what's going on. This definitely feels like a reception desk, and I love the reflections. And the use of signs, once again, it's just, there is no other word for it. Really does look fantastic. And this, if I remember rightly, does lead up to the hub as well. Oh wow. We may not have a lot of frames, but I am just in awe that we're able to run around this once again. Next, we're going to head over to, oh, I can't remember. I think I want to say it's something Industries. Titan Industries? Am I just making that up? We're going to head over there now. When I know the name, I will let you know. My gosh, the swamp from up here looks amazing as well. I'm not sure if we got to see this facility when we were touring the Eden project last, so perhaps this is a new build. I'll be honest, I have no idea what this is producing at the moment, but my goodness me. I just love the lighting. All of the different depths of materials that they're using between all the different levels of walls, the heights, the beams, the pillars, all of it just looks incredible. If you're wondering whether I ever feel like my builds are just not good enough, then yes. Absolutely. I can't believe we've never seen this factory before, and I think there may be some more that we haven't seen. However, I've removed them so that we have frames for this video. I'd just never consider using lighting like this. I'd probably end up pointing the lights at the pumps when actually having the extractors lit up and the pumps just hidden in the shadow makes it look so much better. And the use of colors, once again, just blows... I'm very jealous. Guys, if you do want me to load this save up on my main PC when I get back to the UK next month and perhaps have a look at all the other builds, then let me know in the comments, because I think I've missed out on some incredible shots. I love that we can see the extractors at the bottom. So from my understanding, this is a residual plastics and rubber factory. So it's producing rubber and plastic for the facilities. But my goodness me. Top marks. Okay, I was wrong. Infinity Works is where we're checking out next. We'll start with the smelter and then this section once it's a little bit lighter, even though it does look beautiful with the night sky here. Ah, that's better. The pure smelting facility looks as fabulous as ever. The lighting is similar to that we saw in the previous residual plastic and rubber factory, but I just love how it's done. And as I previously mentioned in the last one, the use of the pillars to really frame what we're looking at and structure what the build is to us is fantastic. I love this. I just can't get enough of it. There's just so much to take in. Over at the main facility, we find that there's a lot more light being used because of the open nature of the factory. And I love the sparse selection of lights focusing in on the train station. And you have to think that as the train comes in, this is all going to be lit up anyway. So it's just enough to really pick out the details when you're waiting for the train to arrive. There really is just so much to take in. This facility was actually the spot that gave me the inspiration for using the signs on the back of elevators. Something that's so simple but just looks so good. And it really is so difficult trying to fit all of this in without the use of mods. Bear in mind, we are in experimental at the moment. Also, if there are any fan factories that you'd like me to take a look at again and see just how different they are with Lumen, do let me know in the comments so that I know what to look at. And with Infinity Works out of the way, let's check out the final one of today over in the desert. Of course, the next facility that we're checking out is Atom Industries. You can see it there. This one I'm expecting to be really dark because it's inside a cavern, but I did want to check it out just to see. Oh, we better turn off the light. There we go. So let's see what it looks like. Hey, that's not bad. Let's check it out. Ooh, almost missed the walkway. Yes, it is definitely a bit too dark in here on the back side of the facility. But if we go to the main section, a lot of this was built off the premise of light flooding in. So this depends on the time of day that you're checking it out. But it does still look fantastic. Guys, let me know which of the facilities are your favorite, whether it's Atom Industries, the look of all of this, or whether you prefer Infinity Works that we last checked out, or Eden Project. It's just so good. The last part of this facility that I wanted to check out was the train station downstairs, and it does not disappoint. Stin just fascinates me, it really does. Everything is so well thought out, and this particular train station leads out towards the rocky desert. But I just love the focus on the nature aspect of the build. Oh wow, I love it. Just seeing the train come in there looks so good. But guys, we are going to leave it there. If you did enjoy the video, please do hit the thumbs up. And obviously, if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Special thanks does go to all of our amazing supporters, most notably our Soloclipse patrons, James Irwin, Firefless, and Treble, as well as our Lunars, the Calamity, Ben, Star, Shoku the MN Wolf, and that Dude AW, as well as our Blood Moon of the day, which today is Papa Snoozy. Until next time. As always, ciao for now.